What's up, YouTube? It's Rich. Bringing you guys another video here. We're going to be talking about Diablo 4 today. As we know, there's been a lot of news over the last few days. There was the patch 1.1 that came out, which was a preseason 1 patch with a lot of changes, a lot of nerfs, which a lot of people didn't like. And then the season 1 update that came out on Thursday. And then they had the campfire chat on Friday. They addressed a few things. I just want to go over this video, a quick summary of what they talked about, and then what we can expect to see over the next few days and next couple of weeks with Diablo. I know a lot of people have watched a lot of my Diablo 4 videos, and a lot of people enjoy them and stuff like that. I love covering the game. I spent a few hours already on season 1, and I'm going to be playing a lot more over this next week. So if you want to tune in over there, catch me live over on kick.com/OneShotRich. I'll be live over there playing some Diablo 4. But this is a quick little video just talking about what to expect, what they said on the campfire chat and things of that nature. First thing that they came out and said was they understand and they are very apologetic for the way they handled the nerfs, which I appreciate them coming out and saying that. They were wrong. Essentially, they did say that, and they feel like they didn't communicate efficiently with the community, the changes and why the changes were made. They were kind of just cold cut and dropped on us, which in my opinion was kind of the wrong way to do these things. So it's nice that they went out of the way and now decided to communicate with the community and explain to them why they made these changes, especially with the fact that the first season 1 here, has a lot of in-game buffs and items that you can achieve and make your character a lot stronger than it was before, believe it or not. For this season, I decided to go with a druid build, and it actually turned out to be, it's turning out to be a lot of fun. I'm having a blast playing as a melee character and up close and personal. Before I played as a sorcerer, an ice sorcerer, so I was definitely playing range with ice shards, but it's a very nice change of pace playing up close and personal, and I am enjoying it. The nerfs to me right now, I'm not feeling the heavy effect of them. I'm not really that high a level. I believe last time when I got off, I was like level 32, but I'm going to be pushing harder and seeing how this plays out with the nightmare dungeons and things like that. The main thing I want to talk about is what they decided to do to adjust these things. One, there are buffs coming to sorcerers and to barbarians. So any sorcerer players, any barbarian players, expect changes over the next couple of weeks. They said patch 1.1.1 is going to come out, and it is going to be making some tweaks to that. That tweak is going to help sorcerers. As a lot of people know, they were very, very glass cannon type of builds, and the fact that their damage got nerfed, and since they were already really squishy, it just made them almost unviable to a point. Definitely playable, but just made them very, very weak. And that's the sad thing, because I had a sorcerer as my first build, and I love that class, and I'll always push for that class, but it definitely needs support. And I know a lot of barbarian players were just sick and tired. They felt like they've been getting nerfed to the ground, nerfed to the ground, nerfed to the ground, and finally there's a buff coming for barbarian players, so we'll see how that is affecting, but that'll be coming in patch 1.1.1, which they said is releasing at some point after their next Friday campfire chat. So let's see how that turns out. Fingers crossed, it's a nice little buffer for all our sorcerer and barbarian friends. Number 2 I want to talk about is the fact that they made some tweaks to nightmare dungeons, and it should be live right now because they put a hotfix out Friday night. What it is it's tweaking the way nightmare difficulties feel. For example, a tier 100 nightmare dungeon now feels like a tier 70 dungeon. They've tweaked the damage output and the damage from mobs in these nightmare dungeons, so we're going to be seeing and feeling like our character's a lot stronger. So essentially a tier 100 nightmare dungeon is going to feel more like a tier 70, and it goes down from there. So like a tier 90 might feel more like a tier 60. So you'll be able to blast through those for XP farming and things of that nature. Hopefully people like this change. It's a way of kind of compensating for the changes of the buffs, or the nerfs, excuse me, for the characters, is making nightmare dungeons more viable and much more playable. So, with the seasonal things, the malignant hearts, and the new aspects and things like that, it might affect the way the game plays. So they're trying to, find that data out, which I think they should have found this out before. Let me make that very clear. I don't think we should be beta testing numbers and spreadsheets for them right now. I think they should have a clear-cut balance of what they wanted for the season, not make these changes as the season goes on. So I wanted to make that clear and lay that down. But these are the things that, they decided to go this route. So expecting some changes. Nightmare dungeons, we're getting a buff to barbarians and sorcerers. Also, we're getting a new stash tab, the way they communicated it. So that'll be nice to see that. I guess for some extra inventory space, not a lot, but we'll take what we can get. And there's some other balancing changes and things like that's coming out over the next few days, or next few weeks, excuse me, with patch 1.1.1. I'm curious what you guys think about it. I know a lot of people were in outcry about the nerfs. I personally, I wouldn't call myself a hardcore to the point where I'm putting in 12-hour days, but I've been putting in a lot of hours in every single day ever since the game came out. I did take a break in between the end of the season 0, we'll call it, and then season 1. I kind of essentially just played the game casually from that point on. But season 1, I have been hammering it out a few hours here. At the time of recording this, like I said, I'm level 32, not that deep into it. But then again, I haven't been playing that much. Season 1 came out on Thursday. Not much was able to get done on Thursday. I played it Friday, Saturday, so those 2 days I played it a lot, relatively. But I'm curious what people think. How do they feel with the nerfs? How do they feel about the campfire chat and the way they came out and addressed some things? And how do people feel about patch 1.1.1 going forward? I think it's a good thing. I think they addressed it good, and I think they're going to attack it properly. I wish we weren't in this situation, but at least there's a solution to the situation. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'm curious. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like. If you didn't, a dislike. And if you want to see more of my future videos about Diablo 4, we're going to be covering it. Drop a sub. I got a video coming out this week. We're going to be talking about some important news about the season, how to maximize your character, how to best level, and things of that sorts. So make sure you drop a sub if you want to see that type of video. I've also got a video coming out for this game that I tried out, which is called Star Siege Dead Zone. Pretty fun. It's extraction type shooter with dark and darker elements to it, and it's kind of it's neat. Just so stay tuned for that. Make sure you drop a sub. But once again, thanks for supporting me, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like. And I'll catch you guys out there live over on kick.com/OneShotRich. We'll be streaming some Diablo 4 this week. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and peace out, guys.